A Pittsburgh startup is committed to building a world without waste by turning food waste into organic liquid fertilizer. The company, called Ecotone Renewables, was recently recognized by the Pittsburgh Venture Capital Association as its Startup of the Year. Its Zeus systems automate on-site waste processing, reducing costs and emissions while producing organic fertilizer. To date, the company's systems have diverted almost 400,000 pounds of food waste from landfills. Dylan Liu is co-founder and CEO. Kyle Weish is co-founder and COO. And congratulations on the big award and on your success so far.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks for having us, Bill. Good to see you again.
Yeah, absolutely. Dylan, I'll start with you. Where did this idea come from in the first place?
I think we really looked at the landscape of our food system and noticed a few really core issues where people don't have access to fresh produce, especially here in Pittsburgh. We have multiple food deserts, and we're sending all of our food waste to landfills. So we're really not closing that loop of putting those nutrients back into the food system where they're supposed to be. And so that's where, really, as operators, we started looking at how can we build a really reliable and robust solution to this food waste challenge, and also help kind of bring those nutrients back to the soil right where they're supposed to be, right here in Pittsburgh.
Well, as I understand the way landfills work, it doesn't exactly decompose and get back into the soil and return to the environment, right? It tends to get parked there for a long time.
Right, it does. So the way we're looking at it now is like nature takes materials, puts it back into the ground, and reuses it. Why can't we do the same? The idea of having trash and waste doesn't make sense. So if we can take that food waste that traditionally people were paying to haul away and turn it into revenue for that customer, that's the better way to do it.
So what goes on inside the giant green box that you put beside these businesses?
It honestly works very similar to how our stomachs do. So we grind up all the food waste with water. It goes through multiple stomach and digestion tanks, and then comes out as a liquid fertilizer called soil sauce, which Kyle has right here.
Which you just happen to have a sample of here, okay?
So soil sauce can then be used on houseplants, home gardens. You take a dropper pipette, take some soil sauce, put it on your plants by the soil, and then you can water like usual. So you can use this every time you water your plants. And you can find this locally. This is produced here in Pittsburgh. You can find it at the local Giant Eagle stores or online if you want to look up Ecotone Renewables. So very easy and very safe for your houseplants.
And you don't have to have one of those giant Zeus containers next door to your house, which is really cool. I know you're from Carnegie Mellon. You went to Pitt, right? How did you two guys even find each other to do this?
It was really in kind of the startup ecosystem of Pittsburgh. So we actually started really as a student group, a mixture of UPitt and CMU students. I'm the engineer, Kyle's the scientist and the business and operations expert. So it really was kind of the ideal matching where I kind of helped build and deploy the products, and then Kyle really kind of handed off to him to do all the operations of our fleet.
The company running, operations side, and now the marketing. So over time, we've kept a lot of our talent from Pittsburgh area. We were just talking about earlier how we started with a lot of interns. And over time, we've retained some of those interns, and now they're full-time employees for Ecotone. So it's been really nice retaining the Pittsburgh talent, bringing in people who are passionate about what we do, and building a very strong team together.
And how far along are you? I know we just had Innovation Works, Ben Raju, on our previous segment, and you were one of their companies, right?
We are, So Innovation Works has been one of our earliest supporters and investors in the company. We are operating coast to coast at this point. We're manufacturing here in Pittsburgh in our Lawrenceville warehouse, and we deploy our digesters from California to the tip of Rhode Island, and we'll actually be expanding into Canada later this year as well.
Really exciting. Only about 30 seconds left, but yeah, what's next for the company? Where are you headed from here?
Global expansion and domination. So we see food waste as a huge global challenge. 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions, double what the aviation industry emits each year. And we're really that reliable solution that can be deployed really quickly to solve this massive global challenge.
Turn your food waste into revenue, not hauling costs.
And into a great fertilizer too, right? All right, the company's called Ecotone Renewables. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you for having us, Phil.
Next up, the environment around Pittsburgh city parks has gotten a lot better over the past few decades. And when we return, we'll check out the ROI on a $150 million investment. Please stay with us.